This is a Daijobu Kuma production for Scantily Clad. This is Daffodil Morgan. And we're going to be talking about an interesting typesetting problem that I had while I was typesetting Cavalier of the Abyss Chapter 40. The person in charge of this series wants the voiceover narration treated as thoughts, which is Wild Words Gray. So here we have a situation where we've got this one voiceover narration. A moment here. Right here. And so what we're going to need to do is to blow this up and convert it to gray. Fairly simple process. So we just simply go here. We're going to take it up to about 36 pixels. There we go. We then change it to gray. Now, a simple little trick that you can do is instead of going down here and typing in the 666 or whatever, simply go up here to B for brightness, type in 40% brightness, and there is your 666 gray right there. Saves you time. So we've got it done as gray, but as you can see, it's lost against the background. The answer to that is normally simple. Stroke it. So we simply go in and we stroke it. Blending options. Select stroke. Leave it at about 3 pixels. Go here. Change brightness to 100 to make it white. Click OK. Click OK again. Click OK. There we go. So there we are. But when we back off a little bit and look at it, it's kind of lost against the background. Still, even with the stroking. That's because the text has been turned gray. And gray is a mixture of black and white. So at this point, the white pixels overwhelm the black. So it's still somewhat difficult to read. The answer, then, is to delineate, as it's called, a thin black line around the text. But we can't double stroke, so to speak, here in Photoshop. So instead, we're going to have to cheat. Go in, do duplicate layer. Hit V, switch to the handling tool. Let's move that top layer aside. There we go. Go back to the bottom layer. We're going to go in and change it to completely white. There. To be on the safe side, we're going to change the stroke, and we can access that directly by double-clicking here. We're going to change the stroke to 6 because we're going to have to compensate for any stroking that we do on this upper layer. So we've got the bottom layer set up now for the top layer. The top layer we leave gray. We go in and modify the stroke so that it's black. Change this to 0 so it's now black. We want to change the stroke now to 1 pixel. All we need is a thin black line. There. Then all we have to do is grab this and move it up into place. There. We need to go back to the bottom layer because the stroking is too wide. Let's take the stroke down to about 4. See what we get here. You're going to have to tinker when you're doing this. There's no slam bang way of doing it. You just have to adjust and tinker and tweak. There we are. So now we have a much more readable text. Oh, top level needs to be adjusted just a little. So we hit V and then we use the arrow keys to nudge it, as it's called. There. Hit T for text, and that's our results. We're done.